Welcome. My name is Bob Muenkel. You may know me as Uncle Muenkel. Today we talk about how circulatory distress can hurt your sleep. It may sound complicated. No worries. I'll make it simple. Before we begin, let's thank our sponsor, Englander. Englander has been changing the way people sleep since 1894. Englander mattresses are innovative and designed and built right here in the US, and they look and feel great. Best of all, they care about your business and will help you grow your sales. To learn more, contact Lou Page, President and CEO, or call your local sales representative. Tell them Uncle Muenkel sent you. Oh, one more thing. Stay tuned to the end for a special discount on all Uncle Muenkel online courses. Class is now in session. Now, the second role of comfort in a good night's sleep is to reduce tossing and turning by eliminating circulatory distress caused by pressure. Now, I promise you no big words, and we have got a couple of them in there, but we're going to explain this. We want to reduce tossing and turning by reducing circulatory distress, which is caused by pressure. So here's how this works. Within light sleep, that's when most of the body's movements occur. And in light sleep, in order to move around and change our position, go from one side to the other, move our head, our leg, our arms, whatever it may be, to get comfortable on this sleep surface, and then to remain comfortable on this sleep surface, what happens is our bodies encounter gravity. What that means is we lie down on the sleep surface. As our muscles relax, our body weight we just become dead weight. And now we're interacting with that surface of the mattress. Well, if there's a buildup of pressure anywhere on your body, that will restrict blood flow to that area of your body. And simply put, what happens is that pressure buildup over time will create what's known as circulatory distress. Try and say that 3 times. So what is circulatory distress? Well, let's do a little experiment, and I want you to do this wherever you may be. I want you to take your hand like this, take your fingertips, and put it down on the hard surface in front of you. It might be a table, desk, whatever it may be. And if you don't have a hard surface, grab one, okay? Press down and look at your fingertips on the hard surface. Are you seeing a change in color? You probably are. If you're pressing hard enough, you're going to see that. That change in color is the result of pressure pushing the blood flow away from your fingertips. Well, if I were to leave that condition for a long period of time, meaning a lack of blood flow to my fingertips over a long period of time, what would happen to the cells at my fingertips? They would die. Now, I know that's pretty dramatic, so let's say it dramatically. They would die. How's that? A little better? They would die. Now, cells, where do the cells get the nutrients and oxygen to survive and thrive? From blood flow. Blood delivers the oxygen and nutrients to all living cells in your body. When you deny those cells oxygen and nutrients, they go into a distress pattern. That distress pattern sends a neural impulse up to your brain, and it says, move or we'll die. And we move. By the way, those messages are typically outside our conscious mind. Let's give you an example. When we are standing on line at the bank or a movie theater or something else like that, even in a grocery store, do we stand perfectly still like a robot or a statue? No. What do? We move around, we fidget, we go from one leg to the other leg. We're constantly in motion, shifting our weight from one side to the other. The reason we do that is to relieve the circulatory distress in the bottom of our feet, which are being affected by standing on line. Same thing's true when you're sitting down. So you've been on your feet all day, long day at work. Okay, you finally get home, you sit down and relax. Wow, does that feel wonderful? I mean, amazing. But yet minutes later, you're shifting your body again. And you're shifting your body because over time, even in that seated position that was fabulously comfortable moments before, you're creating pressure and you're compressing the tissues. And it's called capillary crush. That's another big word, right? But simply put, you're reducing the blood flow to that part of your body. Your cells go into distress. They send that message up to your brain. It says, move or we'll die. Your brain responds and you move. And in fact, if you think about it, whether we're awake or we are asleep, we are in constant motion. We're in constant motion. And the same thing is true even while we're asleep. Did you know that normally in an 8-hour sleep session, we move sometimes 40, even 60 times? Some folks move a lot more than that. That seems like a lot, but nonetheless, it's still true because our bodies are interacting with gravity on the sleep surface of the mattress. And we'll talk about how mattresses can help you in a moment. But that constant motion is critical, and here's why. In light sleep, that's when most of the body's movements occur. And in deep sleep, which restores your physical body, and REM sleep, which restores your brain, there's no movements. So when you enter circulatory distress and you're forced to move in order to relieve that condition, it forces you into light sleep to move, to relieve the condition, only to fight your way back into deep sleep or REM sleep, only to get a distress signal called again, and then you're out of deep sleep and REM sleep, back into light sleep moving. Excessive pressure on the body that causes you to toss, turn, and constantly shift your body in order to relieve circulatory distress is an enemy to a good night's sleep. A proper mattress, regardless of what that is, regardless of the price, has to take your body weight and actually relieve that stress and move that weight, move that pressure away from your body, almost as if you're floating. And to the extent to which it can do a good job of that, especially at your key pressure points, the extent to which it does a good job of that, and how long it will do a good job, meaning how long it will last, will ultimately determine the price that you pay. Either way, you need that benefit. A comfortable mattress will help you fall asleep quickly so you get enough sleep. But we also want to reduce the tossing and turning and the movements that are caused by circulatory distress. If we can use the technology in a mattress to eliminate circulatory distress and manage your weight and shape away from you to the point that you are floating, then you are going to move less and you'll spend more time in deep sleep restoring your body, less time in light sleep moving around, more time in REM sleep restoring your brain, less time in light sleep moving around. So therefore, a comfortable mattress is not just personal preference. It's more than that. It's actually biologically necessary in order to help us sleep efficiently and get more of the deep sleep and the REM sleep that we need to restore our bodies and to restore our brains. Circulatory distress doesn't just cause discomfort, it can actively disrupt your sleep all night long. Everyone needs a comfortable mattress. This chapter is part of a deep dive into this subject. You'll find the full online course and many others at allinonemattressexperts.com. As a special thank you for tuning in today, use the coupon code SAVE50% to save 50% on all our classes at allinonemattressexperts.com. I want to thank Bedding News Now and Englander for sponsoring Uncle Muenkel content. Thanks for joining me today.